when you take the NCLEX, what happens is everybody starts at the passing line. If you get that question correct, you get a harder question. If you get that one correct, you must be smart. We're going to give you a harder question. It adapts to you. So then, let's say you don't get one right. That's fine. It'll give you an easier question to help you along. So the whole point is the computer, the NCLEX. When you sit in front to take that big test, the NCLEX says, okay, so I don't have any sound? That's interesting. Matt, Chi-Chi is saying that there's no audio sound. Can you hear me? I'm hoping you can, because I'm so excited and I'm talking to myself. I'm just kind of hoping you can unless I hear from somebody else. Okay, but thank you, May. Thank you, May. Okay, so obviously May can hear me, so Chi-Chi, you might want to check your sound. Great, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I didn't want to sit here and be talking to myself, although I do that a lot. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm just so excited that Kaplan has finally got this out. Thank you. I'm so glad, Chi-Chi. Great that we have this available. Okay, so here's how it happens, all right? So Kaplan has had wonderful tests and Q banks and trainers and all kinds of things for you. But now they have practice test. The reason this is important is because if we have CAT practice test, that's as close as possible to the actual exam that you're ever going to get. So Kaplan has 3 of these ready for you to help you study. Okay, so it works the same way as the NCLEX does. You take a question, you get it right, it gives you a harder question. Okay? Sashi, I'm so glad to hear that. Sashi said she took my online class and she passed. I'm so glad you're here to share that information. How awesome is that? So you get a question, you get a harder one. You get it wrong, you get an easier one. And the cool thing about our Kaplan CAT test is it's set up the exact same way. So the NCLEX, you get 6 hours. Guess what? Guess what? Same thing for the Kaplan CAT test. You get 6 hours. You get 75 questions up to 265. What do you think about that? We have a test bank of over 3,000 questions for you. You're not going to get the same question twice, okay? So here you have, this is how it works. You can get 3 practice tests. You sit down, you take that practice test, you get that question right, you get a harder one. You get that one right, you get a harder one. You don't get that one so right, that's okay. You get a little bit easier one. And when you prove that you're a safe and effective nurse, just like you would for the NCLEX, it would turn off. The earliest time it would turn off is at 75 questions, but it can be anywhere, remember, from 75 all the way up to 265. So you get 6 hours, you have over 3,000 questions, so you won't see the same question twice, okay? You get 3 practice tests, and it'll turn off just like the NCLEX. Now, when you finish taking one of our new and improved practice CAT test, you get a performance record, just like you get the performance record of all the other stuff, right? All the other Kaplan things. So that being said, what does this performance record tell me? All right, well, I've looked at one and it's really cool. It tells me, remember how you've probably heard all the Kaplan instructors talk about Bloom's taxonomy? Bloom's taxonomy is the way questions are written. They're written at a lower level, that's called knowledge. They're written at a little bit lower level, a little bit higher than knowledge, though, comprehension. So, and then we keep going up. Application and analysis. And you want to be really good at application and analysis type questions because those are the harder passing level questions. You want to get right and wrong up here in the passing level on those application and analysis type questions. So when you take one of our new practice CAT tests, you get a performance record and it says whether you got that question right. That's awesome. And if it was a comprehension, a knowledge, an application, or analysis type question. So you can see what I'm really talking about and go, ooh, that was actually a hard level question and I didn't get it right, so I need to work on my critical thinking for this, okay? As usual, Kaplan's awesome. It gives you the correct answer and the incorrect answer, and then gives you rationale for both correct and incorrect. Okay, it gives you the rationale why this one's right and why this one's wrong. Okay, then it's color coded because, you know, why not, right? It's color coded like our stoplights are: green, yellow, and red. Now, if you remember, there are 8 client area needs. 8 client area needs. Our 3 big ones are management of care, pharmacology, physiological adaptation. So you know what I'm talking about. Let's say you get green in management. Look, I even wore my green today. Let's say you get green in management of care. That means you're really strong and very good in management of care. So let's find an area that's yellow or red. So, oh my, I could work on that. That's where I really need to hone in on my studying, because we want to work on the areas that are weak, lower first. So if you have a red circle, you've taken your whole CAT test. Let's just go with it turned off at 132 questions. Okay, let's just go there. That's about the national average anyway. So my first practice CAT, Kaplan test, turned off at 132 questions. And I'm looking at my performance record because I say this all the time. The learning does not occur while you're testing. The learning occurs after the test, when I'm reviewing, when I'm remediating, when I'm thinking about my thinking, when I'm going, why didn't I read that right? There's where the learning happens. Oh, I didn't know that about anemia. I need to make sure I understand that. So if you get green, it means it's an area for you that's strong. If you get red, let's say you hit a big red circle in pharmacology, then that's an area that you need to study. You pull out your content book, you pull out maybe some old school books, and you start making sure that you understand and you're studying the red area. The yellow area says you're pretty good, but you're on the fence, and we don't want to be on the fence. We want to be way up here, okay? So we need to probably work on those areas. So you get a performance record. It not only tells you if you got it right or wrong, it tells you why you got it right and why you got it wrong. It also gives you great color coding so you can see the green areas that you're really good at and maybe the red or yellow areas that I need to work on. And it also lets us know where I'm getting questions right and wrong. Am I getting questions all right but below passing line? On those lower level questions, such as the knowledge and the comprehension type questions, that's good that you're there, but we need to keep going. We need to get harder and harder questions. We need to get really good at the application and analysis types questions. So when you look at your performance record, you need to be getting check marks next to the application and analysis type questions. Okay? All right, so I already know you're asking, how do I do that? How do I get this? How do I get this? Help me, help me. All right, here's how it works. You can purchase, and it's all purchasing, you can purchase a 1 month, a 2 month, a 3 month, or a 6 month access, okay? During all the months, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 6 month, whatever, you get 3 practice tests, 3. It can turn off as easily as 75 questions on that practice test, or it can go up to 265 in 6 hours. So here's how it's really set up. You go to kaplannursing.com, okay? So you can see your prices for the 1 month access, the 2 month access, the 3 month access, or the 6 month access. And what you want to do is, this is my suggestion. If I'm going to take my NCLEX in 2 months, I would purchase the 2 month access because I want access to all of that wonderful computerized, adapting, new way, possible way that I'm going to pass this NCLEX. That's what I want. And I want it for the whole time I'm studying, because then I'm going to break it up how I should use it. So you have 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and 6 months access. And because it just started today, there's some introductory prices that are going on through September 25th. Okay? So if you're watching up to September 25th, see what you can do, okay? So you need to go to kaplannursing.com and make sure that you have that available so that you can go purchase these 3 tests, these 3 computerized adaptive tests. And like I said, this is as close as to the NCLEX as you're going to be. I would call these the mini NCLEX. That's what I'm going to call them. I'm just making this up. This is the mini NCLEX. You get 3 of them. How cool is that before you actually sit and take the real thing, so that you can start feeling confident, that you can say, oh, I'm doing really good in these areas. I should probably work on these before the real thing happens. So that's awesome. Now, I am here to not only tell you this, but to answer your questions, because this is obviously something completely new for us. We are very, as you can tell, excited about bringing it out today. So I'm here to answer your questions about what you need to do, or if I need to repeat something, you just let me know. So when I see questions, I'll start answering those, but I do have a few. Yep, I have a few that somebody has already sent in, so I'll go ahead and share those with you. Somebody said, when do I take them, Jenny? When do I take these practice exams? Well, let's think about this. When I finish my NCLEX course, okay? When I finish my NCLEX course, my NCLEX Kaplan course, and I'm studying, this would be a great time to purchase these. And let's say I'm going to study for 2 months or 3 months, however long. I'm going to purchase this as an extra study guide, as an extra way to study and help me along. And the nice thing about that is I would take one at the beginning of my studying, sort of see where I am, see what I need to work on, see what I need to, I'm really strong in. Then about halfway through, about 6 weeks through, I'd take me another practice CAT test. And then I'd see where I am there, see what else I need to work on. And then I would take that last one as I'm wrapping it up. I'm wrapping up my studying, and I'm getting ready to sit for the real thing. That's how I'd use it. I'd use it at the beginning of my studying, somewhere in the middle to sort of see how I'm doing, and at the end, right before I'm getting ready to walk out that door, keep that chin high, and face that NCLEX. That's when I would do it. So that way, that if you're going to be taking the NCLEX in 3 months, get the 3-month access for these CAT tests so that you can see them and review them and spend your time with them knowing what you need to do better at, okay? A lot of people say, so if I pass these, I pass the NCLEX. Not quite. This whole resource, this very cool CAT test that we have for you is really to help you realistically take a computer adaptive test, because none of us have ever done one. The only time we ever do one is in an NCLEX. Everybody gets the same test. We may mix up the questions, but usually we all get the same test, so we don't really sure how we're doing on the, am I getting this one right, so I get a harder one, and I'm getting this one right, and I get a harder one, and I'm getting this one wrong, so I'm getting an easier one. And that is what is so magnificent about this, is this computerized adaptive test adapts to you. Okay, and so this will help you know where you're weak at and know where you're strong at and build that confidence, which to me is half the battle of taking any test, is to build that confidence going, I can and I will do this. So that's what my suggestion would be. Use this as the most realistic way to know whether you are going to be strong and be confident about walking into this test. I think this is an awesome thing that Kaplan has here. Here's another one. Y'all ready? Are there going to be those SATA questions on there? The select all that apply? Yes. Kaplan knows that NCLEX loves their SATAs, right? Kaplan knows that NCLEX loves those SATAs. And so because of that, we have SATAs on these CAT tests. We have those different types of questions, the fill in the blank, the SATAs, the hotspots, all of that, so that you can get used to that, because that is part of the NCLEX. That is what the NCLEX asks. We want this to be realistic for you. We want this to be as real as it possibly can, and therefore I want you to take it that way. Don't take these tests. Don't take any test for Kaplan where you have to run somewhere and be somewhere else, or you have to suspend it because you need to do something else, or where there's distractions around. You want to take these 3 CAT tests, these 3 most realistic NCLEX tests. You want to take them the most realistic way you can. No food, no water, nothing at the computer, nobody to interrupt you. Let's see how you really are going to do, or you're hoping that you're going to do for the NCLEX, that you're ready to take these. Now take them on a computer, okay? Take them on a laptop. Don't take them on your phone. Don't take them on, I know it's hard not to, but don't take them on your phone. You want them as realistic as you possibly can make them. You want to take them very, very seriously, okay? So that you'll be ready. What questions can I answer for you? I am just so excited that we get to share this with you. It's funny, I've been teaching for almost 4 years now, and I'm like, and one day we're going to get this CAT stuff. We did it. I'm so proud of Kaplan. I'm so proud to be working for them because we've got this computerized adaptive testing for you, and you're going to want to go to kaplannursing.com and jump on those right now. Kylie, from my understanding, we currently only have RN. I know we're going to get PN, but currently we have RN, and if we have it, we want to launch it right now and see what we have. All right? Yep. And remember, you can 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, and 6 month, okay? And it's a real deal right this minute. So till the end of September, till September 25th. Let me look at my notes here. Yep, September 25th, they have an introductory prices. So boy, aren't you lucky getting ready, okay? Oh, I'm so glad you came. I am so sorry. The nice thing is once I finish this, they'll post it and you can rewatch it again. So it's no big deal. But the exciting news is that we've got the most realistic NCLEX test for you, okay? We've got the most realistic because it is a computerized adaptive testing just like you get when you sit for the NCLEX. What does that mean? The computer adapts to you. You get a question right, it gets harder. You get another question right, it gets harder. And when you sit in front of that test, you need to be saying to yourself, bring on the hard ones, because I got to prove myself, right? I've got to prove that I'm a safe and effective nurse, so bring it on. And so we are so excited to be able to launch this out for you guys. And like I said, if you're going to take your NCLEX in 6 months, buy the 6-month package because then you have access to those 3 tests, and I would take them at the beginning of my studying, the middle of my studying, and the end of my studying. And I would make sure I review and remediate and look at my color coding, green, yellow, and red. Green telling me, yes, I'm strong in that area. Yellow, I might need to work on that a little bit more. And red, those are weak. And that's okay. At least I identified it and I know it. So let me start studying it. Absolutely. I'm so glad. It looks like some people are sharing the videos and you want to tell all your friends because I am so excited. It was funny. Okay, I'll say a side note. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes waiting to come on live because I'm dying to tell you. See, even wore my green today. I'm so excited to let you know about this computerized adaptive testing. And by any means, if you have any questions, let us know. Please go to kaplannursing.com so that you can sign up for your 3 CAT test, 3 practice tests. And the nice thing about this is that there are over 3,000 questions. So even if you take all 265, all 3 times, you're not going to see the same question twice, okay? It is going to adapt to you. It's going to work with you. It can turn off, remember, between 75 and 265, and you get a full 6 hours. So make sure you, please make sure that you are ready and are ready to go, all right? So kaplannursing.com, all right? That'll be the best way to do it. Put in CAT test. It's probably the first thing up on the website, I have a feeling, because they're so excited to be sharing this with each of you. And we're going for the green, right? Remember, there are 8 client area needs. The 3 highest are management of care, pharmacology, and physiological adaptation. Now, you got to be good. You need to be really strong in those areas, okay? I think that's all I have to share. I could just sit here and talk about this forever, but I feel like I'm repeating myself. If there's any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, quickly, run, tell your friends, share this with everybody. Go to kaplannursing.com, get your pricing options for the 1 month, the 2 month, the 3 month, or the 6 month access. So glad you joined with me today. Hopefully I'll see you in one of the classes. You guys take care. Have a great day. Bye.